I went last year, and my schedule worked out that I had one-to-ones on the Friday, one-to-ones on the Sunday, and the whole day of Saturday free. So I went to the chocolate factory in York Minster, walked around, experienced the Kate Atkinson side of York. I went to Betty's more than once. So I'm excited about actually being at the festival for the full length, and getting to explore a little bit more of it. So that will be great.
Well, I do like Betty, so I'm excited about that. But apart from that, it's just I love being around all different, the publishers, different agents, all the authors, meeting new authors. I mean, it's like, I was at Harrogate once and I met Lee Child, slight crush. So, it's fun. Before I went into becoming an agent, I worked at the Lonely Planet for a bit, and I really, really wanted to be a travel writer and go and write travel books and explore, go around travelling. But I realised quite soon that I had to live in the country for 10 years before I did that. Hence why I thought, no, I'll just see something else. And I sort of fell into agenting, which was sort of 18 years ago. But it would have been good otherwise. I'd have been,
exotic. I would need a job that depended on excellent Googling skills. I think that's really my forte. So maybe like private detective work. I always fancy.
I think it'd be amazing.
Sort of stalking people through the streets quietly, that sort of thing. A lot of that is transferable skills from agenting, so it's all good. There is no real typical day, although a lot of it is sort of email based, I would say. I think the biggest surprise to people is probably that reading takes up so little of your official work hours. For the most part, I think reading and to an extent editing will go on outside of office hours.
Yeah, it's always evenings or weekends.
But you come in, you check your emails, you check unsolicited that have come in, see if anything kind of sparks your fancy, and then whatever needs to be done that day, it could be negotiating contracts, it could be running an auction, it could be getting back to an author with queries about their marketing or cover design. I mean, it's so varied, it's really difficult, and then you'll have meetings with people here or around town. So yeah, it's hard to kind of
pinpoint exactly what
day. But it's varied, which is what's fun about it, really.
And there's a fair bit of admin, but that's what an agent's there for, is to sort of do all of that.
Yeah.
Discovering new voices, discovering new sort of when something comes in and you read it and you're like, yes, I can see this, I love this, and then taking it on and then see it come from sort of a manuscript on your desk to the book on your shelf, and it's awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah. I think also what's exciting is when you've taken someone on for their first book, I find really exciting when they come back to you with their idea for the second book and the third, because that's something that you had no inkling of when you took them on, and it's really exciting to see them developing and sort of pushing their imagination, and also on a very sort of as part of that is working editorially with authors before it's gone to a publisher, and seeing them take your notes, which may be useful or may be useless, and seeing them transform a draft. One idea that you've posed might spark off a billion ideas that they put into place, and actually makes the book much stronger than you could ever have imagined yourself. So that's incredibly exciting to sort of be part of that and see it happening.
And just also the authors sort of getting to know the authors, and when they're in your kind of your client list at your stable, you just it's a very, very personal relationship where you've got their back, and you want them to succeed, and you see each book after year, book after book after book. So some of our authors, Simon's on his 14th book, so you have it's brilliant.
Yeah. I think when you're an unrepresented writer, I imagine it's a fairly lonely profession at the best of times. I think it's a fairly lonely pursuit, and I think publishing can also seem impenetrable. And I think the things like the festival at York can address both of those things. You're surrounded by like-minded people who, spend their days writing and it's nice to have someone to talk to about that. And you may not be writing the same sort of thing, but you'll probably still come up against the same sorts of obstacles or issues or difficulties, and it's just nice to have that kind of natural support group. And hopefully as well, it serves to sort of familiarise you with the publishing industry and make it a little bit less daunting, and show you that there is a way of getting into it and it's not an impossible dream. So that I would hope that those are things that authors would look forward to about the festival.
And also lots of new authors, they forge great relationships on Twitter, but they've never met. So at these festivals, they actually meet, and then sort of they're staying with each other. We have some clients who sort of met over Twitter, and they stayed each other when they went to a festival. It's brilliant. And also, I think for new authors, it's really the pictures that we do this one-to-one event is really useful, because it's a very lonely, scary thing sending out to agents a submission. So if you can meet an agent and you can realise that we're not scary, we're not going to bite,
not the authors,
exactly, and we are approachable. I think it really helps a lot of new authors. So that's what I find good for them.
I'm going to be doing one-to-ones, and I think I'm on a panel as well about children's and YA, writing for children and YA readers.
I think I've got a day of one-to-ones.